Who would you say was the MVP of the game?
I don't know. I lose sight of all that stuff.
When I spoke with UD head coach, Coach Zwiefel, pregame, he had that same excitement. Here with assistant coach Lindsey Bernard. LB, you guys split the series with Co during the regular season, but you won at home. So what's the advantage of having home court tonight?
It's just more comfortable.
What does a victory like this do for the morale of your team?
We needed it. We needed it badly. Joe Walker had a heck of a day, didn't he? Yep.
Yeah, talk about his game a little more. Did you expect to see that from him?
Yeah, probably more in first week.
Holly Klein started this one for the Duhawks, but it wasn't enough, and Beth Miller led the team with 2 hits.
When I asked him what aspect of Loris's team was going to be most difficult for them to overcome, he chuckled and said, Loris has so many weapons. They have 26 wins for the season. They set that back on Tuesday. That ties the second highest all-time school record. The Cubs started things off late due to a 55-minute rain delay, but that didn't slow their game. It's not December 25th, but some people are treating today like Christmas. First of all, you cheated. Second of all, my favorite part of the sports challenge, besides winning, was the touchdown dances. Those were pretty fun.
That was pretty fun.
I don't know why you thought blocking was a fair challenge.
I guess it kind of helps to be tall a little bit, and I feel pretty good after losing the last year, so now we're all tied up at volleyball.
I'll beat you next time. The Duhawk men's soccer team faced the Central College Dutch this Saturday in the Rock Bowl. The Duhawks played in less than ideal conditions with temps in the low 40s, but the chilly air didn't seem to faze them. They walked away with another victory. In the 16th minute of the first half, Duhawk junior Kevin Cavers assisted senior mid Brad Joyner for the first goal of the game. Defensively, the Duhawks held the Dutch to 0 goals. Junior goalkeeper Dylan Milkent had 3 big saves to ensure the Loris win. Dutch goalkeeper Travis Yetz had 4 saves, but let a goal slip by, shot by none other than his own Dutch defender. The Duhawks win their 5th straight game with a final score of 2-0. The Dubuque Fighting Saints took the ice Saturday to take on the Lincoln Stars. The Saints came into Saturday's game with a 15-2 record, giving them the top spot in the Eastern Conference and the best record overall in the USHL. Lincoln struck first, however, when forward Eric Scheid put an unassisted shot into the back of the Saints' net. Both teams were physical throughout the game, which led to a number of scuffles and fights. That resulted in tons of penalties for both teams. Later, the Saints added a goal of their own. Shane Sooth found a seam in the Lincoln defense and weaved his way in for a goal early in the second period. More controversy hit when Lincoln defender Mike McKee and Saints defender Keegan Ford got tangled up because of a frozen puck. They had to be separated by officials.
The Loris softball team was scheduled to play at home this afternoon. However, due to the weather and field conditions, another Duhawk spring game has been canceled. Reporter Katlyn Gerken has more. Caitlin?
Hey, thanks, Zach. Like you mentioned, the softball games were canceled because, as you can see, check out that field. That is in no playing condition. This week I spoke with players, coaches, and staff about how weather has affected the outdoor sports at Loris so far this season.
After 7 weeks of indoor practice and playing 2 of their 3 scheduled games, the women's lacrosse team is anxious to get outside.
We're excited to be out in the field. We'd like to be. We thought we were close on Sunday, and now we just have to wait a little bit longer.
Coach Getz says her players are flexible. When it comes to rescheduling, her duties aren't a burden.
It's pretty easy other than, trying to reschedule refs and, find places to play if we can't play here and so forth, but that's just all part of the job.
Equipment manager Jeff Kilberg doesn't let the weather spoil his routine.
The main thing is getting fields ready and making sure game jerseys, practice jerseys are ready to go.
Extra time to do that now means crunch time later.
It condenses the season, so later on we're going to have a real tight schedule.
But who decides to cancel a game?
We'll spend time talking with coaches, we'll spend time talking with the schools with whom we're competing, we'll talk to our facilities crew.
Student athletes are affected too.
It probably impacts our student athletes mentally more than anything else.
Quinn knows there is one competition he may never win.
We spend a ton of time trying to reverse what Mother Nature does, and sometimes we win, but most of the time Mother Nature ends up getting the upper hand.
Reporting for Sports Zone, I'm Katlyn Gerken.